Hello, my name is Mariana, and I'm here with Brian, and here at the White Chocolate restaurant. And then we're gonna talk about what's behind their success, besides the great food and the great customer service. We're gonna talk about how they use the accounting during the everyday or day-to-day
Operations.
operations. Thank you. Okay, Brian.
Yeah,
For how long you been working with the company?
9.5 years.
Well, that's a long time. And then we're gonna talk about the policies, the internal control policies.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about human resources first.
All right.
Is that okay? Okay. So you being the key of the organization of this company, are you required to take vacation, or you just can decide not to?
We start with 2 weeks up to 3 weeks of vacation. Yeah, you get 2 to 3 weeks of vacation based off how long you work here.
Okay. And then who will cover for you during the time that you'll be away?
Typically, it's the other managers here or supervisor, key supervisors like employees will cover the shifts where we need it covered and stuff.
Like, so it will be inside the restaurant?
Yes.
Or do you have anybody from maybe top management that come here and take over?
Sometimes we have another manager who will cover a vacation if necessary. It depends on the coverage and what the other restaurants and the company need at that time and stuff like that.
And then do you have any, did they give you any feedback? For example, did anybody come here and say, you know what, we have to adjust this policy because it's not working quite well for the safety of the place?
No, we have we have a fair number of managers, so we always have enough coverage, and then we use supervisors to fill in the other gaps where it is. But we tend to have more managers, I would say, for an operations than others, so we have plenty of bodies that can cover that.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about money and prevent
Okay.
fraud. So there is a triangle of the fraud. So it's the opportunity, the low control on the company policies. So this your employee handling cash. Do they are they bonded? Like, you have insurance for those people?
Uh, we do a lot of credit card business. The company that picks up our money is bonded, so we have a security company that picks up our money multiple times throughout the week for our nightly deposits. It's in a separate locked safe that only they have the key for. And myself are the only ones who have access to that when they come for the deposit. So we only have a small amount of cash on hand at any given time.
Oh, that's great. And does any company policies have to be changed due to an incident regarding this policy?
Not really. We just there's not a lot of money on hand in the first place, and as I said, the money's in a separate locked part within a locked safe. But we don't deal with a lot of cash, anyways. It's a very credit card heavy place.
Well, that will include in your physical control. So the person or the company picking up the money has the access to that money. You guys don't. No even managers.
Not to the deposit money. So we have a very small amount of cash that we balance up the bar drawers with to make change. That's counted in the morning by the opening manager. It's counted at the afternoon, and then it's counted again at night. So it's counted 3 times to verify all the money's there, and then the next day it's counted in the morning to verify the night money. So we're always verifying that 100% of the money's there.
Wow, you're very particular with that policy, aren't
Yes.
you guys? That's great. And then we're going to talk about voucher system control. Do you fill out any voucher to maybe you're running out of product? Do you have to fill that out form and then submit it to somebody for approval, or you have that authority to just do it?
I can use that however I see fit for things. When something happens, so say we get shorted on a delivery, sometimes we'll have to run to the store to buy something. Usually we keep very little money on hand, so there's not a lot of need. So it's not big numbers. And then we'll turn the receipt in, and then that receipt's turned in every night to our accounting department.
Oh,
So it's rectified that way, but then also that money, whatever we spend the money on, goes towards our produce costs or our meat cost or NA beverage costs.
So you really don't get the refund in cash, like for the money that you spent. Like let's say that you run out of, I don't know, some tomatoes, bananas, whatever. So you go to the store and buy them, and then who refunds you for that money?
It's all how we balance our numbers. So say our drop for the day is $500. We spend $50 in petty cash. We'll only drop $450. So our petty cash number is always even. So every single day, our money never changes.
Oh, I see.
So it's settled in our accounting system. So the receipts are determine what our deposit is that night. So if we use petty cash money, our deposit's a different number than if we didn't
I
use.
see.
So our petty cash is always the exact same amount.
All right. Is there any policy change or any policy being adjusted due to an incident with petty cash? Or how do you guys handle the petty cash?
We rarely use any of the petty cash, and it's usually for small amounts, for things here or there. So there hasn't been much issue, but it also goes straight. All the receipts are sent over to our accounting department, so they see what the receipts are, so they can balance all receipts on a bigger scale. So I mean, it's both managed here as well as from our accounting department.
All right. And then talking about the petty cash, do you have any custodian for that petty cash, or that anybody or any manager can just go and grab money if it's needed?
There's only certain people who have access to the safe, and it's only the people who will need the money, access to the money. So any of the managers who are involved with parting up the bar drinks basically are the only ones who have access to it. And then we're all financially accountable for what it is. But we keep very little money on hand anyways, that it's pretty easy to manage.
Okay. And again, does any policies have been adjusted on the regarding petty cash for previous incidents? Or
Not from negative situations. Things have changed over the years, more for efficiencies and the ease. So we changed the way that we paid our employees, which has reduced the amount of cash that we have on hand, which has limited the opportunities of lost money, so to say. And the staff can get their money quicker that way too. So we changed that way, but all that's more to save time and to be more efficient, not from issues with theft or misbalancing of petty cash.
Okay, so in conclusion, you're saying all the policies of this company are being proved to be successful to prevent fraud inside the company?
Yes, because multiple managers are responsible for it, and multiple people see it every day. So if I count the money in the morning, the afternoon manager, the closing manager counts it. So they would see where the variances are. But at the end of the day, everything has to balance up. Otherwise, it's going to reflect on our P&L. It just can't be hidden. So the money is always accountable some way or some form.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
Well, thank you, and see you guys in class.